Many of you already know that I'm a former principal and I love to learn new things and I love to share professional development. So, what I'm thinking is, what can we do with ChatGPT with regards to professional development? What is the fun ideas, or what are the fun ideas that ChatGPT can tell us? And how can it help organize a principal? Let's kind of jump in and see what will happen with ChatGPT as a leader in a school site, and you want to organize yourself, have professional development for teachers and support staff, and kind of have fun with it. Let's see. Let's go take a look. This is ChatGPT. Now, of course, ChatGPT Plus is what I have. There's a free version. Run with the free version until you're ready to purchase the Plus version. On the left, you have new chats and all of my other chats. You can have it in dark mode or light mode. It doesn't really matter. I am a fan of dark mode. And you'll see that it doesn't really, it's not really a big deal. If you like the white background, go for it. I like the dark background. And you can clear any of the conversations. But right now, I like to keep all of my conversations. When it comes to professional development, every principal should have a handle on what that looks like. I do believe you should have teacher input. Sometimes the professional development might come from your school site council that you have, educational partners. In this situation, we're going to focus specifically on professional development, on what that could look like. I created some prompts already. This prompt is ready to go. I use Control C to copy it from Evernote and Control V to paste it. You can right mouse click it as well and highlight it and paste it that way. What are research-based professional development ideas that would benefit an economically disadvantaged area with 50% proficiency in English, 35% in mathematics, and 15% proficiency in science with teacher input? Now, I put that there. We'll see what happens. You can take this same prompt. It's in the description, and you can change it however you like. You can even add specific demographics. I just put economically disadvantaged so that it's a little bit broad, but you could focus on student groups like ethnic groups, students with disabilities, English language learners. Maybe how many students have parents that have a high school diploma or without, and you want to throw that data in there. You can be very specific. You can even be as specific as to go down to the granular with all of the data, the proficiency rates for each one of those student groups. But this is what we're going to do. So here is what ChatGPT says, and it's giving, it says there are several research-based professional development ideas that can benefit teachers in an economically disadvantaged area with low proficiency rates in English, math, science. And here are some ideas. Content-specific professional development. Teachers can benefit from, and I want to scroll back up, from professional development. Now it's giving you benefits of what it can do. Differentiated instruction. Teachers can benefit from professional development that focuses on differentiated instruction. So it's telling you what could happen. It's giving you ideas of professional development. Culturally responsive teaching. If you know exactly, well, obviously you will, but if you know the demographic groups that you have, you could throw that in and then bring in experts, or you probably have teacher experts that can talk about culturally responsive teaching and what that looks like, because the way I teach to a student group and the way they perceive it could be totally different than what is going on in my head. Data analysis and assessment. Teachers can benefit from professional development that focuses on looking at the data and looking at the assessments over time. It could be formal, it could be formative, like every week. It could be summative, and summative doesn't have to just be at the end of the year. It could be at the end of the month, end of the quarter, at the end of a unit study, and then to analyze it and talk about it. Collaboration and teamwork. Teachers can benefit from professional development that focuses on collaboration and teamwork. That's huge. So these are just ideas as to what ChatGPT is offering. We're going to elaborate on what this actually means. This is good information. Let's make this chat elaborate a bit. So I'm going to ask it to add a way to increase teacher collective efficacy. And where's the research to support these findings? Because it said they were research-based, but it didn't give me research to support it. So let's see if ChatGPT will elaborate a bit. One way to increase teacher collective efficacy, or the belief that teachers can positively impact student learning, is through professional development that focuses on collaboration and a shared decision making. Shared decision making. When teachers work together to develop and implement strategies for improving student learning, they can increase their confidence. And it continues, and it gives you some research behind it. So here we go. Implement strategies for improving student learning that can increase their confidence in their ability to make a difference in their students' learning. Here's some research. We know it's talking about Hattie, and we are very aware of it. I love using Shannon Moran and Barr when it comes to professional development and collaboration. If you've not read the book Trust Matters as a Principal, that is your homework, because Trust Matters will give you 3 different types of principles, and you need to see which one is not only the best fit for you, but there is a principle that it should be the best fit for all of you. And then it gives you some other areas. Now, I would want some more research, but before I do that, I am going to ask it something else. Now, with all of these ideas, I'm going to ask it and say, using the above ideas, create a 6-month implementation plan. Let's see what happens. Because now, school years might be more like 8 or 9 months for many of you, but we can't use all 6 months to do professional learning, because the first month is all about teachers in the classroom and creating routines and making sure students are, in a climate that is a condition for learning. So it's breaking it out in the first 2 months. Conduct a needs assessment with teachers to identify specific areas of need and interest for, this is fantastic, because we as principals, you want to know what your teachers need. When we tell them what they want, they're less likely to do it. But if they tell you what they need, I'm loving this. Design a survey to gather data on teacher efficacy and perceptions of professional development. This should be authentic. The reason why is because that you have a group of teachers. When they come together, you got the 4 or 5 that are very outspoken. I would have been one of those. And sometimes you have to get people on the same page to allow for the voice in the room. You may need to come up with a way to have that happen so that everybody has input. Even if your teachers are very close, you still want to make sure that whether they need to do this where it is anonymously, or if they want to do it as a group. So I'm actually liking this right here. So I am going to, and there's more. It says conduct content specific professional development, and it will elaborate, but I want it to look at these right here, the needs assessment, and create a way for all teachers to have a voice in the decision making process with these 2 areas in month 1 through 2. And I'm going to, and what I'm going to do is put it in brackets, because I want it to focus on, that's what I want it to do. And then I'm going to put this in parentheses so that it is very specific and it knows I don't want it to go out of these parameters. Now, you probably could have done it without that, but I'm just using some old Google, tricks. So it's okay to ensure that all teachers have a voice in the decision-making process during the needs assessment. Form a teacher committee, create a committee of teachers representing all subject area and grade levels to lead the needs assessment and survey design, hold focus group discussions, conduct focus group discussions, use anonymous online surveys, share the results. I honestly was hoping that it would do something where you would have a situation where you do something like Toastmasters, and it's not offering that. I'm going to ask it, use the how to make TOAST design model in the needs assessment. I wonder if it will know what I'm talking about. Oh, what? Huh. Identify the goal. The goal of the need assessment is to determine the specific areas need, identify the audience, okay, break down the process. I'm still looking for something more specific, and collect data. Explain the TOAST model. And I'm going to, and let's see if it will do it after it's done giving these steps. Usually stops at 5 steps, so we'll see. Oh, it's step 4 within, it's step 5 within step 3. Oh, it's creating 5 steps, and it has steps within the steps. This is great. And then using how to make TOAST design model can help. Okay, it's just giving a summary, explain the TOAST model. Let's see if it will. Okay, it's still not doing what I would. This is where I would tell you, go and watch the YouTube. Go Google how to make toast. And because it is a very unique process. So if you haven't seen it, and I believe ChatGPT 4, because we're in ChatGPT 3, will be able to. This is still pretty, very specific. And I know this is probably more than what you are looking for with a plan, but you know what you need at your school site. And so I really think that as a school site leader, you can use ChatGPT to develop many things. And I'm going to even say, now that I'm in a new chat, ask ChatGPT to create learning models to support parents in helping their children during summer and breaks and homework, even if they don't know how to help with the concept. Create questions that parents can use in this process. And the reason why I asked it this, because if you have parents that can come during the school day and or after school, you can create like once a month or twice a month that you can have 1.5-hour sessions to help parents help their children at home. And you can ask them, these questions. What are you curious about? What research can we find to help you? We don't, that's too broad, in my opinion. Collaborative learning models. What are you learning in school right now? Okay. Oh, yes, this is what you can ask the students. Oh, this is great. What questions do you have about the topic? How can we work together to understand this concept? Sometimes parents don't know what to ask. They just sit there and I don't know how to help. If you can help parents help their kids just by asking questions, because it gives them some quality time, that's quite helpful. There's so many things you can ask ChatGPT when it comes to looking at creating a great school. And you can put in a little bit about yourself in ChatGPT and ask it, how can I become a listening leader and supportive leader for all teachers, students, staff, and families. Give book ideas and research articles. Let's see if it offers it. Be awesome if it said to Shannon Moran, Trust Matters. Maybe it's listening. Leaders Eat Less. Yes, Simon Sinek, do that one. You can listen to that one. The Coaching Habit. Yes, this book provides framework for leaders to become better coaches. Crucial Conversations. It's not giving me years, but there are transformative leadership. Oh, I have that one. I highly recommend that one. The Listening Leader. Yeah, I do have that one. That's why I mentioned it. Supportive School. So many books. Add Trust matters to Shannon Moran to the list. Let me see. And others like, oh, and oh my gosh, and Fullen and Hargreaves. Let's see if it gives it. Trust matters, leadership. But yep, that one. That's it's given. Now we're on number 11, so it's still counting. My hope is that it'll find. It didn't give me Fullen. That and so it didn't understand. Fine. So that's on me. Find books by the authors. Fullen, because those are the right names. Michael Fullen and Andy Hargreaves. And selling either well-known authors, yes, we know they are. Here are some books: Leading in a Culture of Change, The 6 Secrets of, yes, all of these. Coherence, every principal should read Coherence. Professional Capital, you can listen to that one and you can get the tangible book. I highly recommend all of those. They are amazing, and every principal should read, every AP should read the principal as well. Here's just a list of books. I mean, what? Do you know how hard it is or how long it would take you to get it from Google? And I'm not saying that's, a bad thing, but it's certainly, this is a lot faster. You go and, you can just write this list down and get them as you choose. And you could offer it as a book study with other principals. Maybe you're a director, an assistant superintendent. Maybe you want to read one and then have those conversations. But I do definitely recommend emotional intelligence and educational leadership. So have fun with those books. I know that was a lot of information. I like a lot of information. You can pause it. You can go back at the beginning. You can go and play with ChatGPT, run with it, ask it some questions, see if it will organize you. And if it doesn't answer the way you want it, ask it another question. Ask it to elaborate. Ask it to give you more information. Ask it to add whatever it is. And if you wanted to do something differently, start a new chat. Sometimes it'll start something new in the feed, but I would recommend that you start a new chat. If you have questions about ChatGPT, put them in the comments. I will respond. Make sure that you follow and subscribe, turn on the bell, comment, like the video, and if you need an introduction, go ahead and click on the next video or just go to my YouTube channel, ChatGPT or Machine Learning. Have fun. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy the conversation around ChatGPT.